don't know enough about it.
Okay.
Hello. I know. We're just trying to keep ourselves fully occupied. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone has had a wonderful New Year celebration.
We are, let's see how we
It's already the 5th. Where the heck is the year going already? It's already the 5th. I can't believe it. I hope everyone.
All right, we're going.
Boy, that sounds really good. That mic sounds wonderful, Dave.
Mic it up. Miking.
Hey. Hello.
Hello, beautiful people.
It's already the 5th. Where the heck is the year
Right.
going already? It's already the 5th. All right. Here comes the finger.
Let's see something for a minute. There's somebody out there. I can't see the name.
Collins.
Collins is on there.
Yes. Nikas Collins.
Nikas.
Is that right?
Yes. Nikas is a great guy.
Hello, Nikas.
All right, let's just get this show on the road. On the road again. All right.
All right. It's always a slow start with David, guys. Sorry about that. Slow start.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Intro to Crypto Monday night special. Michael Cristoforo, David Lamel here. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate the good vibes. And we got Eric Schaefer is with us. Hello, Eric. Thank you so much for joining. Hell yeah, go XRP, baby.
All right.
Eric, thank you for joining us again. Please hit a like and subscribe and let us know where in the world you're coming from. Thank you for being a part of our show. We love you guys. You guys are really the best people out there. I mean, the XRP community is unbelievable. But before we get started, as always, we got to do a little, what's the word I want to call it? Disclaimer. I'm a realtor. This is a mortgage broker. That's what we do full time in our lives.
Oh, no, I retired.
You retired?
Yeah, no, XRP went up to $2.32 today. I retired. You didn't? I didn't tell you?
It's making waves. This is not financial advice. This is what we would call friends talking to friends, talking about crypto, digital assets, and helping getting the word out there. If you've never heard of XRP, if you don't know what digital assets are, this is the place to be and to learn as much as you can. Listening, learning, and joining. Louis Vaughn is back from South Africa. Happy New Year, brother. Hope it was a wonderful time. 2026 will be a great crypto year, I believe. Absolutely, buddy.
We are with you. We are with you, Louis.
Amen. And it's good to see you, buddy. We missed you last week. We were surprised not to see you. We're happy to have you.
I know.
This is the world tour of XRP. Our people are from all over the world, all over the country, and we appreciate you guys so much.
Louis in from South Africa.
Yes. And Eric Schaefer, please let us know where in the world you're from as well, where in the country you're living and breathing and being. The crowd is starting to pick up steam over here as we see you guys all jumping in, and appreciate you being a part of our show. It's Monday night. It's the Intro to Crypto special. It's Michael and Dave having some fun with the world. A world event, as always, as they say. So let's talk about what XRP is doing today. We've had a little bit of a exciting movement, I would say, to say the least. Who was surprised that they saw XRP moving from over $2? I saw it, and then I closed my phone right away. I was like, wait, I don't want to get excited. I don't want to get too excited, too nervous, excited. Eric, you're in PA. Right. Nice, buddy. Neighbors. Nice. We have some very good friends in PA, depending where PA is pretty big. In Amish country, what's it called? Oh gosh, our buddy Brad Wiseman is in Sinking Springs. So what part of PA are you in? PA is pretty big. Great state of Pennsylvania. So again, guys, we want to thank you so much for joining us as always. XRP is making some moves. Got a lot of notes over here, huh? Too many notebooks, too much stuff. Who knows about Hana Securities, a Korean group that is really putting the word out there in Korea about XRP? And I wonder if that is one of the biggest moves we're making. Louis Vaughn was in great day. It is still moving, I believe. Yeah, it's I haven't looked at it in the last 10 to 15 minutes, but we were in the ballpark at 232. I think I saw it, right? Is that what you pointed out to me? Do you have it up and running?
Yeah, it was in 232, 233. I got it right here.
I mean, we're talking about a 45-cent change. My gosh, we were at $1.85 this past week. $1.85. You know, there's no other crypto, I think, out there that makes as much movement as it does in the percentage that it goes up in the time it goes up.
232,980. So yeah, 233.
We're at 233 a coin. It's pretty amazing today. Fibonacci. You don't want to mention.
You're on your own, brother, on that one. This is sort of a joke with us, actually. Let's talk about it.
The Fibonacci wave. Some things are happening.
I figured I'd leave Dave hanging. If Dave goes down this road, okay, I just want to let you know. I know what a Fibonacci retracement is. I know I have a very strong indication. However, if Dave wants to go down this road, I told him you're on your own.
Maybe some of you do or don't know who Fibonacci is. The Fibonacci sequence. Leonardo Fibonacci was a 13th century Italian mathematician who introduced the Fibonacci sequence to the Western world. I'm going to give you a little bit of a quick education or things you may know already. Each number is a sum of 2 before it. From the sequence comes golden ratio, 1.618, a number found everywhere. The nature, shells, galaxy, it says nature, architecture, and art, human behavior, and financial markets. How traders use Fibonacci. In markets, Fibonacci levels help identify support and resistance, retracements, also known as pullbacks, extensions, also known as price targets. Common levels are, well, I'm not getting into too much information.
I'm going to blow you right up, Aaron.
Okay.
No, I'm just teasing with you.
According to the Fibonacci wave, we are looking at a potential $8 to $27 movement of XRP. Who wouldn't like to see that? I mean, that would be something pretty exciting.
I would love.
And we are all due and ready for this change in the market of XRP. With that is coming something very special, a document that is going to come out very soon. Which document is that?
Clarity Act.
Clarity Act is coming.
Clarity Act.
When is Clarity Act coming?
David Sachs promised us from, he's in charge. He's at the White House for the crypto. He's saying by the end of
January.
By the end of January, the Clarity Act. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why we have this big pop. That's if anybody's got something else, a different take on it, I'd love to know your thoughts. But I think that, we've reached the new year. I think people are starting to come on board and starting to think clarity. I also heard the General Green from Hawaii, and he was saying that he thought that it was going to be within the next 11 days. Take it with a grain of salt. I haven't seen anything like that tells me that. But
we are the 5th, and 11 days would put us the 16th roughly. So between the 15th and the 30th, somewhere in that arena.
Yeah.
Who was Ralph Nelson Elliott? Ralph Nelson Elliott was an American accountant in the 1930s who discovered something profound. Markets don't move randomly. They move repeating psychological waves, which makes a lot of sense. Elliott wave theory.
So are we going to go down? So are we're chartists today? Is that what we're just giving the history of what charting
with the moves that are happening as of this morning, I think it has a lot of questions out there as to why is it happening? Is it significant? Is this something that's going to be moving forward now? Are we going to break the $3, then break the $4? Is this going to start to happen because of what's happened to Clarity Act coming in? Is there a Fibonacci Elliott wave happening? Is there a combination of the stars in the sky that are moving and producing? Are more people buying XRP, right? Is it because of the purchase of XRP? And is it also have to do with exactly how much is available left on the platforms? There's a lot of things happening here.
Oh, there's a lot of things. There's no doubt about it. There's a lot of things happening.
The stars in the sky are all kind of moving around, and it's kind of like if you look at we looked at the bubbles before, and the market is up as far as the whole market. It seems to be going up too.
Well, speaking of charting, one of the reasons why we did go up is we past a point of resistance. We had it in the low teens,
Yes.
2
Yep,
teen,
sorry.
and we finally exceeded that, and that's one of the reasons why we're popping. There's a lot of shorts that are covering right now,
Yes.
and that's definitely.
If you're out there, you're listening, you're watching, and you have questions or thoughts or feelings as to why is the market moving, and with that, and you're thinking about it, and you've got something to say, let us know here. The Elliott wave theory: markets move in cycles, 5 wave impulses. Wave 1, move up. First move up. 2, pull back. 3, strongest breakout. 4, consolidation. And wave 5 is final euphoric push.
That's supposedly what we're supposed to be entering this year.
That's
supposedly that's what they're saying. I'm not a chartist personally.
I like to keep things in the back of my mind. When it comes to charting, I don't know and understand all the charts, but it's something to kind of keep in the background. You know what I mean? Kind of while we're watching it happen and talking about it.
Yeah.
These 3 waves repeat on minute charts, daily charts, and multi-year, multi-decade charts. Why is that Elliott wave matter? Elliott realized that markets move based on crowd psychology, which makes a lot of sense when it comes to XRP. That's for sure. And all markets for that matter. Fear and greed. We talk about fear and greed index.
Yep.
Repeating patterns. Those patterns align with the Fibonacci ratios. That's why Fibonacci and Elliott waves together are so powerful. Now, why does it matter to XRP? That's the big question. And that's what we're talking about here today.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to change. I'd like to go to Venezuela. I'd like to talk about Venezuela and see what people think. I'd love to hear some of the conspiracy theories and some of the stuff that is that part of this whole thing.
Let's go to Venezuela live. If anybody's in Venezuela listening, it would be awesome. Can you
that'd
be kind of nice to see.
That would be cool.
The people in Venezuela are saying, but what's happening in Venezuela right now with the fact that we are now in control basically of the country. We have information that leads us to how much Bitcoin they own.
I was shocked by that. I was shocked to see that.
There is a rumor to be out there that they own on Bitcoin. What was that number?
600 to 660
billion.
No, 600 million, 600 to 660 million.
Let's call it 650 million roughly Bitcoin that Venezuela has. Who knew that? Did you hear about that? I did not know that until a few minutes ago. That's pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
No. Let's talk about the amount of oil they have and silver they have.
Well, what I thought was interesting was China right now, as of January 1st, shut down exports to silver without, permission from the government.
Yep.
And yet 90% of all of the oil going out of Venezuela is going to China.
Was going to China.
So is this like if you do that, then we do this?
Is this a chess game? We have Damo408. Thank you so much for joining. Securing the elections. Allegedly, Venezuela is where the Dominion servers were accessed from.
I heard that as well. I heard that as well.
Damo, good information. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing that information. Again, remind us where you're coming from. Hit like and subscribe. That is great information. And Louis Vaughn, they also have ETH. You're absolutely right, Louis Vaughn.
So here's the question. Why did we go to Venezuela? Is it for the oil? Is it for the silver? Is it for the Bitcoin
and ETH?
Or is it for shutting it down the oil? I'd love to know what people think. Why? I mean, it's an interesting thing because there's so many different variations as to why this administration went in there. It's sort of fascinating.
And Blade is back. Blade, so good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Ciao, guys. Simple. The oil for profit. They have mines of silver and gold. And to secure that missiles won't be close to the U.S., that's why Trump is looking to do the same for Cuba. I like that. Blade, that was good information.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's on it.
I was wondering about Cuba today, as a matter of fact, when we were going through all this conversation, and going through Venezuela, I was wondering, what about Cuba? If Venezuela, I was wondering what they were thinking about.
It's interesting because Trump does not just make irrational moves, although he may speak sometimes a little irrationally, which I kind of like personally. But he makes strategic moves like no other. Him and Bibi together. I mean, they make these moves with intentions, and the intentions always have some.
We don't even
unbelievable
understand
effects.
them. I think oftentimes we don't understand it when it happens. I was talking to someone earlier today, and I said, I'm going to give him a lot of leeway because I sort of, he knows what we don't know. There's no way you and I or any of us really know what this administration knows.
They've got a plan. They've got a plan for sure. My question is, between that and the Clarity Act coming out and getting signed, does it have any kind of timing and effect? Is there a reason why this all happened at the same time? Is it a diversion?
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating.
It is definitely fascinating. We know that in Korea, we talked earlier about this, Hana Securities, a huge play on XRP, getting everybody in Korea pushing out to buy XRP. It's amazing how some countries are pushing and talking crypto so much more significantly than it is in the United States. It's only bits and pieces here as opposed to in other countries.
Yeah.
And, countries like Japan, Korea, all these places in the Asian, countries that are very much involved in crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we not as dominant in conversation about it? I wonder.
I'm gonna guess that the banksters are still have too much control. Although I did hear on a podcast the other day that the banks are making record profits right now. Record profits right now by the banks. And they said the reason why is because the banks are using cryptocurrencies in the background. So because of that, it's saving them a lot of money, which means the banksters are making more money than they have. Record profits.
Louis Vaughn is asking, when is the Clarity Act going to be signed? And we were talking about that. We think between the 15th and the 30th is a ballpark on when the Clarity Act.
Yeah, David Sachs says before the end of the month. And,
we have over here Pilsner 1982. Thank you so much for joining us here today, being a part of the show. Please hit like and subscribe. My girl is Venezuelan, and there was a true dictatorship in Venezuela. Her father lost his company to the state about 20 years ago. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah. That's pretty crazy stuff. It's funny, not funny, but the people from countries who are under dictatorships are the ones who know better than anybody else what they've lost. What it's unbelievable.
That's absolutely true. I mean, I this was a conversation that I was having recently with someone, and we were talking about Venezuela. I think I was talking to you. Venezuela was one of the wealthiest South American, countries in the world. And then they ended up going into communism. And then with the communism became the poverty and the crime and the whole 9 yards. And I was talking to you, and we were saying, we haven't gone down that road in America, praise God.
Thank God.
Because
we were on the way there.
We were on our way there. But it seems as though we have certainly turned a corner.
180.
From the socialist and communist kind of attitudes that we've had in government.
Yes.
And God willing, it was our turning point for us to turn around. But Venezuela, we also had a family friend that was Venezuelan. And he actually had to leave, and because Venezuela got so bad, he had a farm. They came in there, took everything. A mob came in, took everything, and they had to leave. He had to move to Chile. He had to move to Chile and start a whole business out in Chile. He had to move from Venezuela.
Blade said Venezuela was finalizing talks with China. Just a thought. Imagine if China put a military base there. Yeah, very interesting thought you put there, Blade, because that would change a lot of things that would have happened, how it happened.
Yeah.
The fact that America, Trump, took over first, I definitely think there was a chess move there. I think they were being preemptively aggressive, obviously.
Well, that's similar. Then if that's the case, which it very well could be, I mean, sort of like the Cuban Missile Crisis, right? Under JFK, he basically made sure that they were not going to put any missiles in Cuba to attack us back in the 60s. So maybe it's a repeat of what we were going through then.
I think the move has a lot of implications as to why and what is going to happen with crypto. I really believe that. And I know that sounds like it doesn't make any sense. How do these all come together?
Mm-hmm.
This is all going to begin to unfold somehow, some way. We're all going to start to see the writing that was on the wall, but it's going to make more sense. What's going to happen with the Clarity Act? When is going to happen? Is there some kind of diversions going on over here? Is XRP being manipulated where so much is being purchased? Because some information we also found over here, we talked about a little bit, is that 1.3 to 1.4 billion, okay, in the last 50 days have been accumulated by ETFs.
Yeah.
746 million XRP circulating supply. About 1.14% is taken off supply. We know that 27.7 million per day are being accumulated in the ETFs. That's unbelievable. We have over here Biden the hair sniffer is back.
Yeah.
So good to hear from you and see you, or not see you, but hear from you and see you here. China, Russia, US, all in it together. Yeah, very possible. I mean,
anything's
listen,
possible. The whole purpose of this is to have this kind of conversation.
Yeah.
Because I love to hear
people's thoughts and feelings.
Are they all in it together to put the screws to
China?
No, I'm thinking to the Fed, to the federal system, the banking system. I'm just asking. I don't know, but I know, I'm just curious to see what people say.
Pilsner 1982 says month salary in Venezuela is about $100 to $300 a month. The Dems protest things they know nothing about. Thank you, Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Pilsner, for that. We like that very much. We agree with you. And Biden the hair sniffer says Schwartz is done. Coding system is complete. Turple Nurple's back. So good to hear and see you as well, Turple Nurple. Greetings. Greetings to you. There's a lot going on over here. We've got, again, Venezuela. They have 650 approximately million Bitcoin. The oil, more oil than I even knew they had.
Than Saudi Arabia.
Unbelievable. I never knew that Venezuela was this oil phenom, a location for oil, but under corrupt rule, right? Selling to majority of China, which is very interesting as well. So does that mean that America can start using that oil? How does that work with that? How exactly is America going to play a role in this whole thing here with the oil and the silver?
You think about it all the time,
and the Bitcoin they have,
all the intervention we've spent over the decades, and we did it for free.
Right.
We did it for free. We went into Kuwait. And we got all the oil fields and we secured it, gave it over. We didn't take a drop from them or whatever. So it seemed, with all that, seems like we're in a different world right now.
We are definitely in a different world with a lot of different intentions. Blade says, I still say the dollar goes down. At some point, he'll declare a digital dollar backed by gold, run on XRP. I agree with you. I like it. I hope it is. And that sounds fantastic. Biden the hair sniffer says, look up the Ripple 2015 court case. XRP was deemed a currency.
Yeah.
I mean, the play, it's like the playbook is there.
Yeah, it's in the background. Well, this is what, guys, we all know this. We're all XRP enthusiasts. We all know what's in the background. We all know it's just a matter of time.
Well, not everybody knows. Well, I mean, a lot of people are watching and listening. Maybe
I'm talking to Biden the hair sniffer
and Blade. Yes.
But yeah, no, it's
there is a ton of people watching and listening right now. We want to know what you think and what your feelings. Don't be scared. We love you interacting with us. You are the ones who make the show up, and your knowledge is not only knowledge, but it's information to share with the rest of the world here. We are here together. This podcast is because of you, and you make this up. Yep. So here we're talking about some details. We said 227 million per day taking in on ETFs, 2.6 billion XRP, 4% buying is continuing. We are on the way to breaking a record. We're halfway there. another 36 days of inflows, and we break the record of XRP on ETFs.
Well,
That'd be amazing.
But the record is going to be Bitcoin's record, right? For the most amount of
inflows,
not
outflows.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, inflows, not outflows. I think it was Bitcoin in theory.
Yeah.
Let's see. The XRP liquid on exchanges is collapsing. Did you know that? The liquid of XRP on exchanges is collapsing. As a matter of fact, if you have your crypto on exchanges, they're suggesting, actually, I was listening to Crypto Sensei, to take it off the exchanges, because it's like you want to protect it. Take it off the exchange, where you put in your cold wallet, or put it Caleb and Brown, or put it with Jake.
But it's also, he was saying that we can't really tell whether or not it's for a sale, whether it's available or not available XRP, because it's still on the exchange.
Right. It kind of screws up the numbers.
So if they were off the exchange and you had it in a cold wallet, it would be something that they would be able to maybe track and see how short we really are with the XRP.
More detailed information. Turple Nurple, stolen elections have consequences. Venezuela is where our voting machines came from. Remember, he never conceded. Yup, Turple Nurple. Yup. We're going to say yup. Absolutely. We are on the same page. And you know what's interesting is we are being watched by so many different platforms. So hopefully nobody out there is watching, getting angry or upset. This is education. This is on Facebook. This is Instagram. This is on YouTube. This is on Rumble. This is on LinkedIn, Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it.
You know what I heard somebody say? Somebody was talking today. It was an interesting theory. I'm just like to throw these theories out to let people think. Was, what if it was said to be an arrest, and he's actually in our custody, but he's actually working with the administration? You know, it's funny. I'm not saying that's true. I'm just throwing that out.
It seems like he came. It's funny you mentioned that, because I was watching the videos of him. It seems like he came in pretty freely. It didn't seem like it was an angry, hostile situation. Not that, I mean, he could have been angry and spitting and yelling and throwing his arms in his hands. And he came in flip-flops, pretty cash, as if they kind of almost had it.
Somebody was talking about 3 changes of outfits for some of the photo shoots. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just throwing it out just because it'd be fun.
I definitely was thinking the same thing, that maybe he wanted to be kidnapped or taken or brought to America. Maybe this is a reason for this. Maybe that it was the safest way for him to get out, and for him to have Venezuela actually rebuild itself. Maybe it's part of the plan.
It's interesting. I mean, I love it because there's 1,000 different thought processes and a lot of different things. It's fun to even just expand your mind and think about some of these options. I just think it's almost like thinking about XRP at $100. It's just
that's better than thinking. Biden the hair sniffer says they could be using a kind of ETF, just like what's happening with silver on the exchanges. Turple Nurple says captured and extracted. For sure, captured and extracted. I agree with this. I think that something is going to come up about this. Maybe he's going to help America out somehow, or Trump, with what's happening. Maybe there's so much corruption going on that he has no control of, that he was given an opportunity to help America to reorganize the country.
I always say, something, I would love to be God, and just to see what everybody's thinking and what reality is versus what we get. You know what I'm saying? Just to be God for just a day. I probably would die just of all the fraud that's out there that he obviously sees, that I would be shocked over. But I just think it'd be cool.
It would not. I don't know if I want that.
You wouldn't want to know right from wrong. Everything you know in this world, what's the truth and what's a lie. I would love that for 24 hours.
I don't know. It might be too much to know. But hold on a second. Daniel James has something to say over here.
All right.
Daniel James, thank you so much for joining us back over here and being with us today.
Hey, Daniel.
XRP will be the new Amazon of 2026, 2028. People are going to be freaking out that they missed such a huge one in a lifetime opportunity. Oh yeah, definitely agree with you on that. And Pilsner says Maduro is Colombian and not Venezuelan. He was a bus driver. Fun fact. Did not know that. He was a bus driver in Colombia and came to Venezuela, became the
well, wait, hold on. Didn't we have the same problem in Ukraine? Wasn't he an actor? Isn't the president in Ukraine? What's his name in Ukraine? I'm sorry, Ukraine. What's his name?
I have
Ukraine.
Yes.
Yeah, I stumped you too.
Yeah.
We're both live.
I was going to say the French.
Well, he was an actor.
Was
so
he really?
He's
I had no idea.
Yep.
Well, we've had lots of actors here in our country.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Ronald Reagan.
Yep. We got Biden here says $2 billion in silver moved to Russia just before it happened.
Really?
Really?
Where'd you get that information? I'd love to know. Where was that?
Yeah, Biden here says, where'd you get that information? That's pretty deep stuff right there. Turple Nurple says instinct, intuition, and discernment are gifts from God. We already know what's right and wrong. True. And Biden the hair sister says Kokainsky.
Oh, Zelensky.
Zelensky. Yeah. Zelensky. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Somebody with a brain.
Triple Nurple says Zelensky. Thank you. And Blade Zelensky. Thank you very much. I didn't know that he was an actor.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. I was for some reason I'm thinking about the guy from France, but I knew it wasn't the right name, so I didn't want to say it. But Zelensky, yeah. I could see him as an actor. He seems to have that like wannabe Rambo kind of attitude, if you will.
Yeah,
but he's just not.
He's a good actor. He's a good actor.
You know, he's cleaning. He cleaned out the clock of the United States with the amount of money he took. That's for darn sure.
I heard let's go through the conspiracy things. I heard that he's like a top 10 landowner in America now.
I heard.
Take that with a grain of salt, but I thought that was interesting.
I heard something about that too.
It's not him that owns it directly, but a corporation or whatever. So can you imagine if that were the case, that we're giving him all the money and then that money's coming back and buying American land, farmland? That'd be crazy.
That is crazy.
Assuming we're just conspiracy things here. That's all.
But going back for the moment, just getting back to XRP, because we can go sideways all day long on this.
It's fun.
It's
fun.
I'm wondering.
It lets people talk. Look at you had more conversation on this stuff talking about because we all know where XRP is going. We're all excited about it.
So okay, let's talk about XRP. Let's ask a question out there. We are at about $2.32, right? In as far as on most exchanges I see. What's your take on XRP? Does this continue to climb? Is this the beginning of a new era? Is this what was meant to be and how it's supposed to happen? That's a big question for all of you to ask.
That's a good question.
And where do you see it bumping to, holding at, and then continue to go to? I think that, in my opinion, that this is the beginning of the next stage of XRP. I mean, for it to go roughly 50 cents in one day, 50 cents, or in 2 days, right? We were at $1.85, $1.90. I mean, or even within a few days.
I'm going to give you that 50. I don't know if it's 50 cents, give or take. But where I was going with this is, just think for a second. The people that bought it at 50 cents can see more movement in one day than what they paid for a whole XRP in the day. Now, there's going to be points in time that you could be buying right now at $2.30, and you will see more than that in one day. So people that think that they're too late for it, no.
Not even too late. They're just beginning. We got Biden here says BlackRock owns 47% of Ukraine.
Really?
Wow. BlackRock owns 47% of Ukraine. Well, I'm wondering, is because of all the money that they gave them to help them out, is BlackRock the ones that kind of made that happen through the administration, some kind of backdoor thing over? That's a good question on that. Blade says, I heard he owns a villa in Italy, has a yacht, and apparently his friends bought 2 more yachts. This whole money thing, it's so crazy. Yeah. And Biden here says also building a ski resort. My God, with all that money. Daniel James says we need to break $3.60 area and get into price discovery mode.
Amen.
Where the sky is the limit. Amen and hallelujah. And Pilsner says, we got a lot of things happening here. Pilsner says, yes, XRP has been working with many institutions, and the XRP ledger will be one of the main tokens to move trillions in daily volume. The patience will pay off. Amen and hallelujah. Love that one. Blade says, my opinion, money doesn't disappear. It moves. With the dollar going down, money is being invested elsewhere. Yeah, that's definitely agree. Where is it being invested? Who has it? Obviously, we got Zelensky on the table, who's got a bunch of it, which we know he's. I still can't believe how many gazillions of dollars, millions and trillions of dollars that they gave him.
I mean, there's so much fraud going on here right now. I mean, let's just talk about Somalia for a minute.
Hold on.
You know, I mean, the Somalian refugee situation going on. I see that. What state is that? It's
Michigan.
Michigan, and I see the governor just stepped down. The one that was going to run. What's his name? He was with. He was the vice president nominee. He just backed out. He's done. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Waltz.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah. Dingbat.
Yeah.
Anyway, Natan Marley, 1210. Thank you for joining us and being a part of the show. Please hit like and subscribe. Thank you for being here. Do you guys think Jake Claver is still right about the theory with everything going on in Venezuela with oil? And maybe his dates were just wrong. Yes. And yes. This could be part of what he knew or didn't know because of what he knows and who he knows.
You think he knew that we were going to go into Venezuela?
I don't know. He's connected, dude, to a lot of inside people over there. Anything's possible. He always said he knew if you knew what he knew, right? And these are things that we don't know that he knows, really. Biden says XRP will set a price. Banks don't like volatility. I hope they set a great price. And Turple Nurple says, I think at some point they will reprice it and possibly lock it in, stabilize for the global use. I hope it happens tomorrow. No, I mean, realistically, I'm with you. And it's just a matter of timing before all this stuff happens. It's funny. Mikkel's talking about supply shock right now as we're talking about it. I think
he was on the phone with us, wasn't he? Didn't you tell him what you wanted to talk about today? No,
I love it.
He's copying us.
I think he's following us. Mikkel, if you're watching the show, we want to thank you so much for watching and being a part of our community. Also, he's a great guy. By the way, we got to meet Mikkel. His real name is Connor. Great guy. Let's see.
So much smarter than we are.
Very, very, very smart guy. Triple Nurple. I think some at this. I'm sorry. By this difference, XRP will be separate. We did that. Okay, Triple Nurple. I think some of the points they will reprice it and possibly lock it in, stabilize for global use. Triple Nurple, 13 months in a year, lunar cycles. Okay, Triple Nurple. I like what you're putting out there. Like it a lot. Talk to me.
13. I've heard some of that. I just don't see that. I think that I definitely agree that I think the Catholic Church has probably moved dates, and I mean,
like dates.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely moved dates. Yeah. The Gregorian calendar was by Pope Gregory.
Okay.
That is not the same calendar. It was closer to what a Jewish calendar would have been.
5,000 something.
Well, no, I'm just saying, okay, for example, October, November, December.
Yes.
They don't match up with the name, for Octa is 8. Why is it showing up as 10? So they've changed it. You see what I'm saying? Their months don't match up with where the actual months fall.
So you're kind of agreeing with Triple Nurple a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but I just don't get the 13. But he knows probably more than I do.
Triple Nurple, tell us more about the 13. Mike has questions about that. Natan Marley, do you guys believe in price appreciation before Clarity Act? And will the Clarity Act get past Q1 2026? Yes. Yeah. So definitely yes to the first quarter. It might be the end of this month, hopefully.
And I think we're seeing the appreciation already.
And I think
we're starting to see it. I mean,
that's
our take.
Triple Nipple says the turtle's back never lies. 13 months, 28 days. I like this. I like the theory.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know enough about it. I'll have to do a little bit of research. I like it. Thank you.
Good stuff, Triple Nurple. There is definitely momentum happening. Momentum is happening. It's exciting, but it's tough not to get too excited. That's why I kind of stopped looking at my phone today, because I saw it happening and I said, okay, let me see it when it hits like 250. You know what I mean? Then I'm going to get a little more excited. Then I'm going to wait for the $3 mark and then 360, right? Clarity Act should be in a couple of days as Biden the hair sniffer. Yes. I think that there's a little bit of delay today. And Blade says the fact that Ripple is becoming a bank and it takes time, I say near the end of the year, we'll hear something. And Pilsner says, good vibes. I subscribe. Thank you, Pilsner, so much for being a part of the team over here and joining our community. We love and appreciate you, my friend.
So,
thank you so much.
So Blaze is going to wait. He's not thinking that the clarity is going to pass till the end of the year.
Blade is saying the Ripple is becoming a bank and it takes time.
I get that.
Yeah. And he said, I say near the end of the year, we'll hear something. I think he's saying about the bank by the end of the year. And I agree with him. I think he mentioned 9 months last time we were on the show, if I remember correctly, roughly 9 months to a year. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So where do you guys believe this is going to take us? Are we going to continue to ride up? Are we going to continue to ride up? Are we going to be taking dips over here? Is it going to hit the 250 mark today? Is it going to hit the $3 mark tomorrow? Where are we going right now? Are we on the up kaboom? I mean, I'm thinking kaboom here. Are you out there for a big kaboom? Because it's already kabooming. I'm just saying. I mean, it's happening. All right. Need for Speed, baby. Rocket ship XRP. Loving all about the kaboom. Biden the hair sniffer says Trump can't wait till the end of the year for the clarity midterms and all that. I'm hoping all this is going to be way more visually present by the end of the first quarter. And I am more confident with that now. And I say now as in today, just seeing the moves that XRP is making, because it felt like it was under $2 for so long. It felt like
everything's been suppressed till now.
Right.
But, I love the fact that, I was listening to General Green earlier today again, and he was talking. He says, Trump has made a fortune in crypto, and he's going to make a fortune more in crypto.
God bless.
Coming up.
God bless.
No. So in other words, he wants to pump his bags with us. But if we don't own any assets, we're going to be in a different world. It'll be a world of hurt if you don't own any assets, in my opinion. And
Nada Marley says, do I dare say $5 XRP imminent? I would say to you imminent.
Imminent.
It's coming soon.
All right.
I love it. Listen, I'm feeling that vibe. I'm feeling the vibe. Blade says the inside people know when you see it rise a lot, then you know the Clarity Act will pass. Yeah, that makes sense to me. It's like it needs that push.
Didn't David Schwartz this past week or two on X, didn't he say, basically he alluded to the fact that it was going to be going up before this rise that we're seeing now? He was talking about it.
It's amazing how much they know, and they
know it all.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It is crazy. It's kind of scary, crazy, exciting. It's like, I'm so happy I picked up more under $2, right? We talked about that. I said, Mike, I don't want to miss the boat. Like if it breaks to $2, not that I'm not buying it at 250, right? I'm just buying a little less.
Yeah.
But I was happy to buy a few more. We got some more over here. Biden hair sniffer, Ghana green lit crypto yesterday. No kidding. Ghana green lit crypto yesterday. And Need for Speed says all you need is one XRP. Well, it's the beginning of owning XRPs, owning one. And the fact that you can and you should and you will, not financial advice, but it's the beginning of what you want to own. I was talking to somebody yesterday, as a matter of fact. I asked her, she's a friend of ours. I said, so did you ever get involved in the crypto we talked about? She's like, no, not yet. I said, okay, whatever you want. And that's it. I dropped it. I asked people, did you do it?
Yeah.
Did you get involved? No, yes.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
excited about when they talk about
Did your
it.
landscaper set up his wallet yet?
He actually needs to come down here. Let's see. Triple Nurple, the Clarity Act is being structured around XRP. I agree with that, and I like the way that sounds a lot. Atlantic Living's back. Thank you so much for joining
Atlantic.
us. Can you believe we can still get H bar under 20 cents? That's another good point.
Yep.
Another great crypto, H bar. We didn't talk about it much.
Yeah.
We did talk about it a while ago.
Yeah, you could have just bought that for 11 cents not
Yeah.
too long ago. So yeah, that's almost 100% right there, just in the last couple of weeks.
Pilsner, those of us holding, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Those of us holding utility coins are the new one. I'm going to sneeze. 1%. Sorry. Are the 1%. We got in before the institutions did. Amen.
Yep.
Biden the hair sniffer says, Schwartz knows all the plan as it's been planned for decades. You know, that's the part that is so wild. And we're just talking about that. And I agree with you. Like, agree with you, but not thinking about it theoretically all the time.
Yeah.
Like, they have a plan and they're the ones controlling the system.
Yep.
It's kind of not fair, but it's fair. It's only fair because you know the destiny, but it's not fair because you don't know when it's going to happen. Like if they said, okay, buy as much as you want, you have until this date, and then to the moon, right?
Yep.
I mean, could you imagine if they came out and said that? Do you know what would happen? It would be an absolute show of XRP.
Well, you know, this is one of the things I love though about this whole thing is because once again, we're back to the riddles. They're all riddles, and either people see the riddles or they don't see the riddles. It really is amazing.
But seeing them and understanding them, or seeing them and just seeing them.
That's what I mean, though, by seeing them. I mean, those that have eyes to see can see, and those that don't.
I like when they break down the riddles. What's it called? The bear.
Yeah.
Daniel James, 15-minute chart looks beautiful. Major accumulation. Love it. I haven't looked at the chart in the last 5 hours probably because of my own, control, because I don't want to go start jumping around and getting all crazy. Because I get excited, can't help getting excited. And Nana Marley says, have you guys heard of a Canton network? Yes, we have. And we've actually talked about that a little bit on the show too. Canton network is definitely something that was at the DTCC, right?
Yeah. And, it's sort of interesting because I was listening to a podcast the other day and they were talking about it. They said, where did the Canton network come from?
It just came,
out of nowhere.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
It really did. I mean, like 2 months ago, not even 2 months ago, a month ago, I really didn't even hear the Canton network. Now it's all over the place.
They only want us to know when they want us to know. Biden the hair sniffer, yep, all over Canton DTCC, using it for tokenization. As a matter of fact, Biden the hair sniffer is the one who's been talking about the Canton network, I believe.
Has it gone up at all? Because last it was only
20 something cents.
No, it wasn't that much, was it?
I
think it was cheaper than that. Hold
on. Michael's looking up the Canton network now. And Need for Speed. What's your thoughts on Jake the fake snake? Oh, Need for Speed. All right. First of all, honest opinion about Jake. He's definitely not fake. I think he's probably the most real individual in the crypto world. But there's a but, right? And it makes us crazy because he says these things that get us jacked up. Specifically myself, listen, I went and bought more. And I'm happy I did because look at it, I bought it at $1.85, right? On Uphold, and it was now $2.32. So I like that he gets me out there remembering to buy XRP. And I know that in my heart, I don't know for sure, but in my heart, I know that his heart and his mind and our pockets are with him, or his pockets are with us, or however you want to look at it. He just is a man who knows a lot of information that cannot share certain things. Yeah. It's in his giggle.
He was wrong. He was wrong. And we'll give you that much. Yeah. But we all wish it were the case, but it wasn't. So it doesn't mean that, hey, if he's a month late and it ends up doing, 1/3 of what he said, we will all be thrilled.
Amen. Turple Nurple, Bearable Guy is based on Tarot. The Jester is the Fool. The first card in the deck. Biblical New Year's is Abib. ABIB, April 1.
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Very interesting stuff. Turple Nurple throwing it out
Thank
right
you.
there. Thank you very much. Blade, I told my friends and family in Canadian currency, buy silver. It was $25, but gold, it was $1,600. But XRP, it was 60 cents. Very, and unfortunately, Blade, you know better than anybody else does. Family and friends don't listen. Everybody else will listen and listen closely, but friends and family, for some reason. Biden Harris Sniffer says the elites use symbols. I want to learn the symbols. I need to start learning more about the symbols. The way they call it, cryptography. Is that the symbols?
Well, no, cryptography is what they use to create crypto. That's all.
Is that the right word?
That's.
I'm making myself look like a big ass over here. I apologize.
Canton Networks is 14 to 15 cents.
14 to 15 cents for the Canton Network. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know enough to be able to endorse it or to not do. I don't own any of it, to be perfectly honest with you, but it looks like it would be.
It sounds like I mean, with the DTCC, I agree with you. Blade says buy. You put a start. Buy XRP. It was the 60 cents. Yep. And Dozer is back. Thank you so much for being here, Dozer, and happy New Year to you too. Thanks for being a part of our show. We love it when you guys all come back and be in the show every year. What are your thoughts and feelings? You're watching the XRP. You're watching this excitement happen, and where are we going? Where are we going, and how far are we going to take it this round? Is it a round? Is this the beginning of the first quarter, just starting off? Because what I want is it to go, but not come back. Let it go. Let it hold.
I think that will happen when we have adoption and it's being used at full scale. It's not, we're still very, very early, very early, which means it's a good opportunity.
I would love somebody who we would consider an influencer, such as a Jake, to say, you have about 15 days left to buy XRP before you may not be able to own XRP ever or buy it ever again. I would love to hear something from David Schwartz. Could you imagine David Schwartz? He comes out and
says, they would never do that. The price would take off.
Well, why wouldn't they do that? Because isn't that what we want?
They don't want to be the ones. They can't be the ones to manipulate it like that.
But that's not manipulation.
You're manipulating the price. You're talking your book. He's loaded with these things.
I would say to you that if David Schwartz came out and said, listen, you've got 15 days.
So that means if Jeff Bezos came out and said the same thing about Amazon stock, that it's going to skyrocket in 10 or 15 days.
They can say whatever you want. It's up to you to buy it or not.
But he's still talking the book. I think the SEC would have a hard time with him. I'm curious to see what everybody else thinks, to see if it's just me. But
if David Schwartz came out and said, hey, you got this much time left, and then strap it on and get ready for the takeoff.
We'd all love it. But I think the SEC would have a problem with that, especially when David has so much of it.
Need for Speed. Glad I found you guys. I'm a new subscriber. Go XRP. Thank you so much. We appreciate, love you. Turple Nurple, are we not entertained? Well said. Dozer, is this the start of a supply shock? And I think and believe it is a yes. And amen and hallelujah if it is. And Biden Harris Sniffer, I've been saying a while a day will come when you can't buy XRP. Exactly. And
we're all looking forward to that.
Leak Eatly, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being a part of our show. Please hit subscribe and give us a like. And
where are you from?
And where in the world are you from, please? Big love from the UK. Love it. Can we see a $30 XRP this year? Supply and demand is real. Won't be able to buy off exchanges soon. We actually talked about that over here before earlier in the show. The supply and shock is actually very real. It's more real than ever before. And it's just a matter of when and how it won't be available. That's why they're saying for us to all take it off the exchanges and put it in your cold wallets, put it in Caleb and Brown. If you're able to put it with Jake at some point in your life, put it somewhere off the exchanges so we can really see what's out there left. Need for Speed. Elon can tell the world this message. You know what? Elon could definitely. And Blade says, no, they don't want you rich. It's a private club. Why aren't they talking about XRP on the news?
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good point. And
Yeah.
we said that a while in the beginning. That's a very.
I think you should replace me with Blade. I think Blade will do a great job as a co-host.
I think Blade would be awesome to have on the show.
Put him on.
We don't have you on the show, Blade, as well as everybody. Again, if any of you guys want to come on the show with us, we can bring you in virtually. You just have to let me know you want to get in on here. Pilsner says he would get sued. Okay, so he would get sued. That might be a reason why David Schwartz can't say that. Maybe is that how? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if the price took off too, then that might there might be some truth to that, because now as the price gets higher, some of the banks and institutions that haven't fully adopted yet maybe would be harmed by it. I don't know. I'm just throwing out.
What bank or institution hasn't been at the ISO 20022? I mean, like, what's
I don't know. What do I know? I don't know. No, I honestly don't know. I mean,
Biden, the Harris difference says currency is treasury, not security. And Turple Nurple says 1,700 NDAs. They can't talk.
I thought those NDAs are supposed to be ending soon. I thought those NDAs were going to be expiring. I thought we were going to be talking about these things.
That's a good
soon
question.
or recently passed.
So I guess the question is, when do the NDAs actually end? Yeah. When did they start? And who exactly is involved in NDAs besides Jake that we know of, or maybe David Schwartz?
No, I'm sure Ripple has NDAs with everybody, all the institutions and Ripple. When Ripple puts out something, they have an NDA with Bank of America, BlackRock, this one, that one, whatever. They're all.
Speaking of BlackRock, everybody's just waiting for BlackRock to jump in out loud. Not because they're not in, but out loud. We're waiting for that to happen, because that's when, and then that's another big bump. As soon as BlackRock says the word XRP out of their mouth, can you imagine?
No.
When they say XRP ETF,
I can't imagine, actually.
They're talking about, they say roughly, they're looking at between 8 and 10 billion just themselves in ETFs. Could you imagine? BlackRock.
Wow. Yeah.
So
far we're only 1.3 billion so far. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Wow. And they would be bringing in 8 billion?
8 billion just
that would really help. That would really help.
It would change the game.
Prices. Absolutely.
Let's see. We got some more people going over here. Biden, the Harris says 300 plus banks. Dozer says maybe a slow rise for a bit, then all of a sudden big rise. Maybe then the big dog BlackRock comes in. All right. Biden the Harris says BlackRock already there. Agreed. Biden. That's why Fink can't talk about it. Turple Nurple has got the monkey face over there. And Need for Speed. Do you guys think that the regular retailer is already priced out? I've been buying XRP at 40 cents. God bless, brother. That is awesome that you've been buying at 40 cents. Like, my one question to you is, and this is a question I ask everybody else, when it was 40 cents, did you buy as much as you thought you could afford to buy? Or did you buy it slowly accumulating when you started at 40 cents and then 70 cents? Did you kind of pause?
You asked me that same question today.
Right? Because most people, I wonder, did you go all in when it was 40 cents? Or did you buy a little bit? You started there and then you really bought more at $1.40 or $1 versus the 40 cents.
Or 50,
or 50 cents. Yeah, exactly. Biden Harris says, yep, most are priced out. Dozer says BR secretly in already. BlackRock. Definitely agree that they're in 100%. Blade says, yep, I think they're stalling the Clarity Act until BlackRock finishes accumulating. No. That's like the big whale, right? The whale really is BlackRock at the end of the day, because they 47% of, what did they say? What country was it? That they own 40% or 7%. I mean, BlackRock is everything. They own everything. They are the manipulators of manipulators. And when BlackRock, which we all believe and agree that XRP has been purchased by BlackRock. Yep. As a matter of fact, maybe they're buying so much today, and that's why it's happening. Maybe they're watching the amount.
I'm sure they've been buying for a long time, Dave. Today's not the day.
I don't know if they've been buying for a long time.
Come on, with the black pools and everything, keeping the things, buying it when it's cheap, not manipulating the prices.
How long do you think they've been buying for BlackRock? What's
Listen to me. If you've been getting in it for 3.5 years, 4 years, you don't think BlackRock was in it 3.5 and 4 years? Hell yeah.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Ukraine. Thank you, Biden Minister, for 47. Yeah, exactly.
What?
Biden Minister said Ukraine.
Ukraine what?
I think referring to, who owns 47%?
Okay. Yeah.
I think that
BlackRock's been in this, Dave. I mean, BlackRock might be still buying now, but
they're buying a different kind of pricing.
They knew when XRP was a great deal, I'm sure at 2012, 2013, 2014.
BlackRock was in it before SEC?
Before the SEC lawsuit?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You think so?
Absolutely. And then they probably wanted it back down again.
Did they sell it at during the lawsuit, you think?
No.
They kept it?
They know where this is going. They're not selling.
I don't know.
They know.
Do you guys think BlackRock was buying before the SEC lawsuit? Do you think they bought after? Do you think they've been in it since the beginning? Do you think they've been in it in the last couple of months?
These are people in the know. They're all in the know. They all know the Rosie Rioses. They all know the Brad Garlingses. They know, all these.
Biden Harris says BlackRock was in ages ago.
Yeah, thank you.
And Need for Speed. Hold on, or jump me so fast. Need for Speed said I went half in because all the lawsuit, but I'm very happy with what I have now and just bagging XLM. I like that. Yes. And I'm very happy for you that you did that. That was amazing and very convicted of you to do that. And that was a very smart move. Let's see. Biden Harris.
Did you even know there was a lawsuit going on when you bought? Did you even know there was a lawsuit going on when you bought?
I did know. I did know. I only know because you told me what's going on. I didn't know what it meant. I'll be honest with you. When you said when you said to buy, I said that's it. I'm taking my shot. I'm going to come jump on this.
I just wasn't sure if you knew anything about the lawsuit at that point in time.
I would say to you, I probably didn't know much about much, period.
Yeah.
All I knew is you said to me, this was something that you should look into. This is something that's going to change the game of the world and XRP, what it's about and what it does. And I said, I believe in you. I trust in you. And I'm going to take a shot over here and pick up some XRP.
Okay.
And that was what it came down to. Yep. And then the SEC lawsuit was happening. I didn't know much about it really to understand it until I was kind of learning about it. Mm-hmm. Then I started to realize, well, it's going to end, right? It's going to eventually come to some end. And to start to realize as we did more research with what the whole thing was happening, it didn't make sense, the SEC lawsuit. And you became more passionate about it because of the SEC lawsuit, I think.
I loved it because the whole reason why I looked at it is that I considered it a badge of honor because they went after Apple.
Oh shit.
The SEC went after Apple. They also went after Tesla. Both of those finalized, and look where the prices are today. And that was my badge of honor for XRP.
Blade says BlackRock has 10 trillion in assets. I started accumulating when you saw the big whales buying millions and taking them off the exchanges, and the price of XRP was higher than now. Wow.
Yeah.
Biden Harris says all the rails had to be set. We have a new one here. Mo, and we're going to call you Mo. Mo, thank you for joining us over here on the show. We appreciate you being a part of the show today. Please like and subscribe and let us know where you're from. This guy thinks he was before BlackRock. Ha 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 ha. And he says, face blue smiling.
I think he's talking about you.
I was
this guy.
Oh, me.
You were there before BlackRock. I'm thinking he's thinking you, maybe.
You know what? You might have a point there the way I said it out loud. I just,
I don't know. I'm asking.
It's you know what, Mo, you got a point. I don't know if I was even thinking about BlackRock at the time when I was buying. And I guess you got it. He makes a point. Yep. You're right. Probably BlackRock knew before I knew for sure.
Yep.
Before the SEC, I would say that makes sense. But were they buying like they're buying now? I mean, did they know the whole time with David Schwartz? I mean, there's so much that could be happening, right? David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse and Larry Fink and all the. I mean, who's involved and not involved, right? Like, it's a big question.
Yep.
Mo, you ask a good question, and I appreciate what you said. Atlantic Living, Zach's Zach, Levi's, and Sensei say out of line attacking Jake. Agree. Definitely out of line and attacking Jake. I was actually listening to Sensei today. He had some good information to share. The term Need for Speed says the term what you hold is real. That is very true.
Not like our US dollar.
Not like our US dollar. Pilsner says, I will never stop buying XRP. I believe XRP will be priced high. People will buy drops of XRP.
Mhm.
Yes, agreed. People who can't afford one Bitcoin buy sats. So keep bloating on sats. Diversify the crypto portfolio. Rockets. Mo says, ha, thank you guys. Mo, thank you. That was it was a perspective. I didn't even think about it out loud until you said it. So thank you. They know everything. They really do.
They do.
And Biden Harris says Peter Thiel, Elon Musk own millions of XRP.
Yep.
I would definitely believe that for
100%.
sure. Mo says like it's the biggest finance change in the history. Amen. Paul Z. Hey, Paul Z, thank you for joining us back over here. If it's your first time, please like and subscribe and let us know where you're from. And thank you for being part of the show. Been in since 2018. Back then, we had Sam. I am on YouTube deep diving in the riddles. These riddlers got me hooked. Do you know who Sam is?
No.
I didn't know who Sam was. Let us know who Sam was. Let's see. Mo
Sam
said,
Alton? I have no idea. I'm just asking.
Mo says, when liquidity dry up, price go high instantly. Well, that's why I would love to see one of these guys, because Jake's saying it, right? Jake says it with no problem. It's going to happen, right?
Yeah, and look at where that left him. Look at where that left him. He's got a lot of mud on his face right now. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the man. I think his content is great. I like everything, that he's offering, but he does make a lot of money off of hyping XRP and for that. Look, how many people are in his mastermind? 19,000, 18,000.
18,000 is mastermind.
We did the numbers at $25. It was what?
$450,000.
$450,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some incentive to certainly pump it up a little bit.
I don't know that I believe that's Jake's angle. It could
I'm
be.
I'm not saying it is or isn't, but I mean, clearly he wants to keep people engaged. And like I said, I love Jake. I've been a huge follower of him for years. I've been in his mastermind for years. I'm not looking to get out in any way, shape, or form. So Jake, please don't drop me. But
I think Jake is. Do you know when you talk to somebody and there's just something about their disposition? It's a twinkle in their eye. It's a giggle in their voice. It could be the greatest salesman of all time in XRP. Let me just jump back into everybody's statements. Got a lot of things going on over here. Let me get back to you guys over here. Please forgive me. Let's see. All right, Paul Z. Oh my God, my glasses, my reading. This is awesome. XRP pumping way more than other coins. Also, Bitcoin dominance dropping as well. Mo says they worked on it from day one. Dozer says, been in since 2018. Back then we had it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping back in the same things over here. I apologize. Mo, when liquidity dry up, price goes up instantly. Biden has different wallets can be tracked on XRP scan. That's a good point. Dozer says green eggs and ham. Green eggs and ham. I love it. And Mo says, riddle me this. If BlackRock runs the show, maybe BlackRock is Satoshi. Is it possible?
No, I think think
about that for a second. Throw that in your,
Well, I mean,
I'm going to let you think about that.
I'm sure BlackRock is really in bed with our government. And I think, Satoshi, maybe was David Schwartz and a group of people, maybe from some, maybe in the government.
They got their own Knights of the Round Table. These certain groups of people that are kind of.
Oh, they're definitely.
Hold on a second. Okay. Riddle me this. If BlackRock runs the show. Dozer says, Sam, I am. Biden hair sniffer says, BlackRock is in the go. Biden the hair sniffer says, government. Dozer says, he's on another video platform now. He got kicked off YouTube for some reason. Oh, that must be Sam. I'm guessing that was Sam he was talking about before.
No, because that was Sam I Am. Go up a little bit. They were talking about Sam I Am right there. Sam I Am
Sam
at the top.
Yes.
So who got
okay, so just to clarify who got kicked off, please. Mambo Land, thank you for being here, Mambo Land, and thank you for being a part of the show again. We appreciate you being back. Like and subscribe always. Good evening, gentlemen. Are you selling 25, 50, 75% and wait for the dip and accumulate more? To do that, I think you should have a moon bag ready. The answer is, and I'm happy you asked, Mambo Land, is no. I don't sell my XRP ever for any reason whatsoever. I'm not willing to take a chance.
I'm not either.
It's
I'm not
my
either.
it's kind of like it's my baby.
What if it does take off?
I'd be on the next bridge.
I mean, I understand he's saying do keep a moon bag. So at least if you're keeping 25% for life. Well,
I am not the guy.
But you don't want, I'm not the guy. I like that. I like that.
Palsy says he does have a lot of mud on his face. I like Jake as well, but he was selling too hard.
Yeah.
Was he selling hard or was he trying to let us know something?
Right.
Dozer says maybe he's the dude placed by the elites to show us before they do what they do. Well, I happen to feel that way. Mo says Jake just hypes the shit out of XRP like most influencers hype the coin. You could be right, but I'm not sure if that's his angle. And Blade says, I always believe when someone is pumping a coin, it's because he wants to dump his bags on his subs.
Yeah, I don't think Jake is dumping anything though.
Yeah,
I don't see Jake.
I'm with you. I don't think
Jake's holding those for the long term. He says himself he's buying up to $50. Why is he going to be pumping and selling right now?
Pilsner says
That's
XRP Ledger will be tokenized many world assets. XRPL is tokenizing Dubai. Larry Finch wants to tokenize on XRPL. I like that, Pilsner.
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic Living, BlackRock, Garlinghouse, and the president met in Saudi Arabia last year. That was interesting. You're absolutely right. That was very interesting. And who knows what else we didn't know about. BlackRock is Jewish. Schwartz is Jewish. Bitcoin is Jewish. Biden the hair sniffer. I hope that's a good thing because I am too. And Mo says
they run the world, Dave. They run the world.
And hopefully in the best way possible. Mo says when Trump goes to Saudi Arabia, he always takes BlackRock with him in the same airplane. In the same plane.
Really?
I did not know that. That's very interesting information.
I did not know that.
Dozer says, LOL, Sam, I am. And Atlantic Living says, XLM, HBAR, and XLM, keep it simple. HBAR and XLM. Palsy says, not selling, waiting for $6 to $7, then we'll sell half. And really? I don't know. I'm going to say whatever makes you happy.
There you go. Hey, if the $6 or $7, I'm just curious.
Is that a 6-7 thing though? 6-7? 6-7.
But if 6 or 7 goes to 15, 30 days later, what I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I sort of like what David Schwartz talked about. He always talked about his roof or his solar system or whatever he put on his roof. He sold all of that Ethereum for the price of it. And he says, now looking back on it, that roof or that solar that he no longer even owns the house, if he had it in Ethereum, it would be worth hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever that number was. It was crazy high.
All right. Need for Speed says, don't you know, Pump It Up, the song, you got to pump it up.
Yep, we know it.
Blade says, Mike, our minds think alike.
Amen.
And Dozer says, later, dudes, I have to be a dad. Hey, Dozer, thank you, buddy.
So do we.
Part of the show. We love
so
you.
do we. Dave's going to go read book shortly.
We're actually going to end the show now. When I say thank you so much for being a part of the show, everybody. Biden the hair sniffer says, I won't sell a fraction. I'm not selling a fraction either. And Paulie says, I'm fine. I was buying it at 45 cents, so I'm up. Amen. Paulie, very happy, buddy. It's awesome. Listen, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. You guys, it's a worldwide show because of you. This show, this Intro to Crypto show, which is happening all over the world. We greatly appreciate being a part of the show from all over the world. You guys are amazing. And Pilsner says, Jake hypes XRP utility. Michael Saylor hypes a pet rock. And my bet is on Jake. That's good stuff.
Good stuff.
Mambo Land, hello, gentlemen. Any word on Zebek take a look at it. I think you'll be intrigued. It's definitely come up in conversation
many
before.
a time.
Yeah.
Many a time. I just never end up. I know we heard last week that they're just now ISO compliant.
All right, listen, we want to end the show on a sweet note. Happy Monday. Thank you for being a part of the show every day. We love you guys, and we look forward to seeing you again on Friday. Have an amazing week. And when we get to be Friday, maybe we'll be at 250 plus on XRP, maybe even $3. Who knows? Let's see what happens. See you guys later.
If it's low, I'll be sure to make sure to rub it in Dave's nose.